What's going on, you guys? It's your huggable hipster here, and welcome back to another Soulsborne Academy. So if you guys know where this mug is from, you're just amazing. Like, that's just it, hands down. You are incredible. Today, I want to discuss what a potential Dark Souls 4 could look like, and would it be in the form that we are most accustomed to? Because let's face it, the years are going on, technology is advancing more and more, and I feel like there's going to be some things in the game that people might not like, and there will be some things in the game that people will very much enjoy. Because we have Demon Souls, we have Dark Souls 1, 2, and then 3. I think 4, and this is my best guess. I want to hear what you guys think down in the comments below. I think 4 is going to have literally the best of every game, which that technically you could say that was Elden Ring. Because Elden Ring had the best of the stealth movements from Sekiro, it had the best viscerals from Bloodborne, and it had all of the different mechanics that we've grown to love with the Dark Souls games. So it was everything that we loved in a Souls game just wrapped up into one, and I think that's absolutely amazing. But as far as another game in the series goes, I feel like 4 could possibly be the last game. I don't want you guys getting ahead of me right now, okay? And don't get scared, okay? I know how much we love our Souls games, but I think the potentiality for a final Souls game could be possible. There were so many people who I saw on Twitter saying, we could never end Souls games. We could never, Souls games, you can't end that because it's too open-ended. There's too many different possibilities for different players to go into. Well, what if we have the Hollowed, right? And we go on a very specific mission that is literally either world ending or world continuing, much like the ones that we've been on before, but with a twist. I've been thinking about this for so long, and now that I get to make a video on it, I'm so excited. So what would we say to the potential that we finally get to become permanently human? It's no longer just about finding your soul or finding your humanity. What if this is the game where we actually get to become fully human? And that's the end result that we're trying to reach towards. That's our end game. So throughout the game, we could be fighting bosses and they have their own lore and it's connected back all the way back to Demon Souls even. We could have different bits and pieces that show us that, well, this is where you started, okay? This is where different things, and you could even have like a dream. Oh my god, you could have like a dream sequence where you're fighting little mini versions of not like small versions. You could be fighting abbreviated versions. I think that's a better word to use. And what I think might be really interesting is that after that we could go possibly like into the final part of the game where we experience the main boss, and maybe the main boss is humanity itself. It'd be such a cool thing to see this entire series come to an ending, but in the most philosophical and powerful way possible. Because when you think about it, we have Bloodborne, we have Sekiro, we have Elden Ring. Those have basically nothing to do with the other Souls games, even though they are Soulsborne and Souls-esque. They are not part of Dark Souls and Demon Souls. They're not part of that series. So when we say this is going to be a part of the series, I expect it to play along with how the Hollowed would actually be. Like we see, the Hollowed in Demon Souls, which it's not technically called a Hollow in Demon Souls, but you see the Hollowed through 1, 2, and 3, and they have very specific goals. It's a very specific story that plays out through each of the games. Each one might be different, but it's all going towards the same basically same end goal, is to become human and become just, find yourself. Miyazaki, very philosophical in that way, of where he's incorporating actual real life into a video game of where you have to find your humanity in order to find any happiness in life. It would just be really cool to see some of those interactions and to see a final Dark Souls play out, even though potentially there might not be another Dark Souls game in the series. I feel like it would be at least to me, I feel like it would be just incredibly crucial to have an ending, to have a closure, because Dark Souls 3, it felt like there could be more told to the story. It didn't feel like a closure. It felt like a very important cliffhanger. And by important cliffhanger, I mean that there could still be something there. Like with the final boss of Dark Souls 3 has to be one of the best bosses I think I've ever seen in a video game, where it was a culmination of everything of all the bosses you experienced. Even in the DLCs, when we go into the DLCs, there is such powerful bosses story-wise that I think are very important to the lore and to the structure of Dark Souls as a whole. But I feel like there's still more of a story to be told. There's still something of substance there for the player to chew on, because when we think of Dark Souls, we think of this open-ended question to humanity in a sense. But you guys, that was it for my video today. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Soulsborne Academy. If you all like my face and what I do, please be sure to subscribe and hit that bell down below. I make videos every day here on YouTube. May you find your worth in the waking world, dear hunter. Stay casually nerdy, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, you guys. Notorious, or you know, the what, Cradle of Filth? What, bed of chaos? Not Cradle. Oh my god. Yes, Cradle of Filth. We are going to be fighting Cradle of Filth. Oh my god, I can't tonight. I just can't. My brain is not even here right now. Oh my god, wait, do I actually have gray hair showing? Is that like a... What? No, you guys can see my gray hair. What? Wait a second. I didn't realize you could see that on camera. That's so cool. Oh, that is so cool. Yes, I am embracing my full Geralt. Now, there's no news reports of this, not from what I've seen at least, but I want to be able to take a discussion and a deep dive into you guys. I want to take a deep dive into you guys. Oh no, that's not YouTube appropriate.